Welcome back! Today we're going to figure out exactly how many farms we can build in one episode, which takes me about 10 to 15 hours of filming. Before we do that though, I'm sure you're wondering why I am out here in the middle of the ocean. Well, there's a few things here and there that I need to pick up before we get started on the actual farming bits. So, let's go! First thing I want to pick up while we're out here in the warm ocean biome is some sea cucumbers. These are great for lime dye as well as lighting. They also look really good as cups on tables. Another thing I want to pick up, of course, is some cacti. Need it for the green dye, and well, that's about it. But while I was out here, I found this really huge village, and it kind of made me a little laggy there, but it had tons of villagers over here and a camel. This camel looks so cool. This is the first time I ever encountered a camel, and I hopped on it. Of course I couldn't control it because I didn't have a saddle, didn't have a lead, and I found out that camels can't go in boats, so unfortunately this little guy is just gonna have to hold up here for a while. But we'll definitely be back for him. Saw some azalea trees, so I figured we were on top of a lush cave somewhere. And sure enough, I was able to find a little opening into this cave, and it was a lush cave, but it was pretty dangerous. There was mobs all over the place here, so I had to be a little extra safe. I didn't want to lose all my stuff this far away from home. So I set my spawn point there just in case, and brought out the bow to kind of help protect myself. But yeah, it is a lush cave, although all the greenery is way down there, so hopefully right around a corner somewhere we can find a little way down. And sure enough, here we go. Perfect. Don't even have to go all the way down there. We can get the moss from right here. We'll be able to get some azalea bushes, we'll be able to get the moss carpets, all kinds of goodies from this stuff. Now I found this awesome rock formation inside this desert biome, and just to the north of it there was a jungle biome that I had found a while back when we found the cherry blossom tree. I remember specifically seeing a swamp in between these jungle biome, but I couldn't remember whether or not it was mangrove. So that's another reason why I came out here. I wanted to give it a look because we definitely need some mangrove for our next build. And sure enough, I see some darker tree leaves in there. And we're in luck. Mangrove. Alright. So I collect a few mangrove logs here, not many. Mainly I was after the propagirls. Propagirls? Propagirls? How you say that, Ro? Propagirls? Propagirls. The things that you have to plant to get the mangrove tree. Propagules. Propagules. There we go. We got it. We getting there. I don't know whether I should leave that in or not. You know what? I'm going to leave it in. But anyway, it's time to get back to the village, our home base, and see what we can find.
Oh, you made your home base?
No, I didn't make the home base yet. But look. I did make Bessie's garden.
Poor Bessie.
Well, that was a little cameo from my daughter. I think Bessie was her spirit animal. But over here we got our nice little pond with a king salmon. He was a jumping salmon, but he tends to like to sit on the throne. We added a whole bunch of flowers. And, of course, you see in the background there, we have Bessie herself in statue form. I think this area came out really nice. It's nice and peaceful. We got honeybees. Don't know where the bees went. I know water's not the best thing for them. And, of course, King Salmon. He's the boss. And we have poor Bessie lying here. So sad. Moment of silence. But anyway, also got her a pretty cherry blossom tree with a tree swing hanging in it to where you can sit down check out the awesome views of the petals falling in the garden with Bessie's statue just staring at the side of your head. So for Bessie's garden, I had to get some vines to get some mossy cobblestone for the little rock feature by the pond. So I did already work on a farm before this episode, or actually I just didn't film it because I actually made it after I went and get the cactus and all the other stuff. So the farm is right over here. There it is. See it behind me? There we go. It is a vine farm. Pretty simple. I just used some cherry wood and some cherry fence posts to build up a little platform to hang the vines on, and they just grow downwards to the ground, and all I need to do is take some shears and choop choop choop, they all come down. But yeah, nice little final touches with the mossy cobblestone inside that rock feature. Kind of broke up the cobblestone a bit. Now let's plant some propagules. Alright, now some of you may call this cheating, but behind me is a tree farm. I planted every type of sapling that I had and all the saplings that I had in order to make this gigantic cluster of trees. And now I'm going to go chop it all down because we really need blocks to build with. I'm running low on blocks. I'd like to have a supply of all these blocks, and this will get us nice and situated with the wood. Now before I go deforesting all the trees that I just planted, I did want to talk a little bit about Let's Go Minecraft and where the series is going. I'm finding it hard to kind of put these episodes out once a week given that I'm a full-time software engineer also. So instead of making content like this episode, which was really just a hodgepodge of whatever I happened to be doing this week, I'd rather plan and curate it a little bit better. So I'm going to start putting together episodes that may take me longer than a week to get together. The overall goal is to get quality over quantity, but I do still plan on getting at least one episode out every 2 weeks. Alright kiddos, gather around. It's time for story time.
Story time!
Now this was once a renowned cleric's tower. For generations the family served the area. Just recently, they decided to move to the top of the mountain. And of course, with progress constantly happening in the city, and the rumors of a train station coming soon, they decided to turn this tower into the city's first clock tower. That way, people from miles around can see what time it is and not be late for their train. What the townspeople didn't know is that the clerics of the past were up to some real nefarious deeds. And as soon as they started renovations on this tower, weird things started to happen. Things were moving and going missing, starting with the tools. Then the workers themselves started disappearing.
It looks like something very bad happened.
Yes. Tons of reports of sounds coming from below the tower. But they continued progress. They continued to build the tower.
There might have been some angry people there.
Ever since the mechanical mechanisms were put in place for the clock, it never worked. It always read 9 o'clock. Once renovation was complete, the townspeople couldn't find anyone to work on the clock to get it working again. So there the clock's tower sits, broken, never to work. Alright, I know we're here to build farms this episode, not to start lore, but still thought that was pretty fun, and my daughter loved it. So Here inside this haunted clock tower, we're gonna build our cactus farm. Pretty simple and standard cactus farm. When cactus grow too high, you need to put something there to interrupt the growth to where the cactus pops off and falls down into a water stream. This isn't the most efficient farm, but honestly I don't really need that much cactus, so it'll get me what I need. It has 2 rows of 9x3 cactus, and then 1 extra row I was able to squeeze down the bottom. Alright, now it's time to see exactly how many farms we got in for this episode. I did get 2 additional farms in that I did not show how I built, so we're going to show those off too. First off is of course the vine farm. I already explained how all that works. Then we had the tree farm, which I chopped down already. What I didn't show is the bamboo farm and the cocoa bean farm. Now, cocoa bean farms, just jungle log cocoa on it. I'm going to go ahead and actually tear these completely down because I have no need for a whole bunch of cocoa beans. Of course, the bamboo farm's pretty straightforward. Just a whole bunch of bamboo planted on the ground. I come in, I chop it up, I collect it. Bam, I have bamboo. Now, I do want to do an automated bamboo farm, and I will do one in the future. For now, this will get me what I need. And of course, you guys seen the haunted clock tower / cactus farm we built over there. Now, if any of these farms you feel aren't farms, well, let me know. Let me know exactly how many farms I got done today down in the comments. And also, if you have a name for this town, that'd be cool. Let's go check out a few more farms. So we have a lichen farm right here that I put together. I'll go ahead and show you how I did that in a little bit. And we have our haunted clock tower. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Not too much going on inside right now. Just a chest with some cacti in it. Now this is our sea cucumber farm. Basically just got some water. You got some coral. Put the sea cucumbers on top. You bone meal the sea cucumbers and get loads of sea cucumbers for days. Now, not really a whole reason why to do any more than this for sea cucumbers, because I don't see myself really using them a whole lot outside of, using them for cups and random lighting sources in the water. They could be useful to light up the entirety of underwater if we want to block spawns, but here is our lichen farm. This one's pretty straightforward. It's another bone mill operated farm. Place lichen on the walls, just bone meal away. Every time you bone meal a piece of lichen, it'll grow to one of the adjacent blocks around it. When you're done growing all your lichen, take out your shears, just start shearing away, get it all out, and there we go, more lichen than we'll probably need. This farm gave me so many opportunities for dad jokes like Ed Sheeran and something about lichen something, but I decided to go ahead and skip those. Alright, so I realized that all of this stuff seems very random. Like I'm just growing whatever. But there was a method to my madness. I am looking to do something really cool. Next episode, in this spot right here, is going to be one of the biggest farms we have. And I needed one thing in order to complete that. And that's in this chest right here. Yep. That's it. I needed every color of dye that I could find. And if you can guess what farm I'm going to be building here next episode, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Alright, now the episode's going into overtime. So, I have one more farm to show you guys, and this is my chicken farm. I actually had some feedback from the users of YouTube and TikTok to go ahead and give me likes on a short or a TikTok, and however many likes I had, I was gonna breed that mini chicken. It takes forever to breed chicken, but here they are. 34 likes. We had 13 on YouTube and 21 on TikTok, and here they all are. Wasn't too bad. I mean, you know, they're chickens, and they're here. They will be useful though, because of course the question of the day uses books, which need quill, and there is one place where I can get quill from very easily, and that is from these chickens. All the quacking must have got to my head though, because I did something very silly. So, the villager breeder farm that we built a couple episodes back, well, it's been breeding ever since, and we have tons of villagers, and for some reason I decided to let them out. I went ahead and I stopped the farm from being able to produce any more villagers, and I opened the floodgates thinking that, hey, these villagers might make it down into the city and make it more lively, you know. Instead, they decided they were going to climb the mountain all the way to the top and die in the powdered snow. Really interesting thing happened. There is one bed in that house right there, and a villager ties itself to that bed. And when it gets nighttime, a villager wanders towards that bed, falls into the powdered snow, and dies. Then the next villager lines up to do the same thing all throughout the night. And these villagers just are going one by one into the powdered snow. It all works out in the end. When we need more villagers, I'll turn it back on. Until then, they'll kind of automatically kill themselves. But right now it's time for the comment of the day. You know what to do. If you want to be the commenter of the day, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll choose one and we'll read it and we'll talk about it. Now, episode 4's comment of the day is, I'm new to the world of Minecraft, but curious if the moon goes in phases like our moon does. EKR1630, thank you for your comment. And yes, it does have phases. It has 8 phases, with the full moon being the height of the phases. Every phase increases the difficulty level of the nighttime a little bit, with of course the full moon being the most difficult. Some weird things can happen on a full moon. Last full moon I had an invisible spider spawn, which really kind of freaked me out. Farms are also different during full moons. You get a higher spawn rate, so your farms might actually produce a little bit more. In particular, slime farms in the swamp biomes. If you have a slime farm in a swamp biome and it's a full moon, be prepared to have almost double the amount of slime that you would normally have. And one more thing about the full moon, if you're in a full moon, you're more likely to have a black cat spawn than when you're not. So that's just a few things that the moon phases do in Minecraft. But really good comment, thank you. And make sure you leave y'all comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Later.